हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू वर्मा स्टडी। तो एक बार फिर से आप लोगों का स्वागत है एनसीईआरटी लाइन बाय लाइन रीडिंग सीरीज में। आज हम लोग स्ट्रक्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन एनिमल्स का कम्प्लीटली न्यू एनसीईआरटी को लाइन बाय लाइन रीडिंग करने वाले हैं। तो वीडियो को बिल्कुल भी मिस मत कीजिएगा। और हाँ, एक इंपॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन, अगर आप लोगों को एनसीईआरटी लाइन बाय लाइन एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस करनी है देन इसी चैनल्स पर रेगुलर उसकी वीडियोज़ आ रही है, आप लोग जाके विजिट करके उन वीडियोज़ को मोस्ट वॉच कर लेना। ओके, चलिए अब वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। आई होप आप लोगों ने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लिया होगा। Chapter 7, A Structural Organization in Animals. In the preceding chapter, you came across a large variety of organisms, both unicellular and multicellular, of the animal kingdom. In unicellular organisms, all functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction are performed by a single cell. In the complex body of multicellular animals, the some basic functions are carried out by different group of cells in a well-organized manner. The body of a simple organisms like Hydra is made up of different type of cell, and the number of cell in which type can be in thousands. The human body is composed of billions of cells to perform various functions. How do these cells in the body work together? As you have already learned in your earlier class, in multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along intercellular substance perform a specific function. Such an organization is called tissue. You may be surprised to know that all complex animals consist of only four basic types of tissue. These tissues are organized in a specific proportion and pattern to form an organ like a stomach, lung, heart, and kidney. When two or more organs perform a common function by their physical or chemical interaction, they together form organ system. Example: digestive system, respiratory system, etc. Cell, tissue, organ and organ system are split up the work in the way that exhibit division of labor and contribute to the survival of the body as a whole. 7.1, Organ and organ system. The basic tissue, as you have learned in earlier class, organized to form organ, which is turn associate to form organ system in the multicellular organisms. Such an organization is essential for more efficient and better coordinated activities of millions of cells constituting an organism. Each organ in your body is made up of one or more type of tissue. For example, your heart consists of all the four type of tissue, that is epithelial, connective, muscular and neural. We also notice after some careful study that the complexity in organ and organ system displays certain discernible trend. The discernible trend is called evolutionary trend. You will study the details in class 12. In this chapter, you are being introduced to morphology and anatomy of frog. Morphology refers to a study of form or externally visible feature. In the case of plants or microbes, the term morphology precisely name only these. In case of animal, this refers to the external appearance of the organ or parts of the body. The word anatomy conventionally is used for the study of morphology of internal organs in the animals. You will learn the morphology and anatomy of frog representing vertebrates. 7.2, Frog. Frog can live both on land and in fresh water and belong to class Amphibia of phylum Chordata. The most common species of frog found in India is Rena tigrina. They do not have constant body temperature, that is, their body temperature varies with the temperature of the environment. Such animals are called blood or poikilotherms. You might have also noticed change in the color of the frog while they are in grass and on dark land. They have the ability to change the color to hide them from their enemies. This protective coloration is called mimicry. You may also know that frogs are not seen during peak summer and winter. During this period, they take shelter in deep burrow to protect them from extreme heat and cold. This is known as summer sleep, estivation, and winter sleep, hibernation respectively. 7.2.1 Morphology. Have you ever touched in the skin of frog? The skin is smooth and slippery due to the presence of mucus. The skin is always maintained in a moist condition. The color of dorsal side of body is generally olive green with dark irregular spot. On the ventral side, the skin is uniformly pale yellow. The frog never drinks water but absorbs it through the skin. Body of a frog is divisible into head and trunk. Figure 7.1 External features of frog: trunk, head, eye, forelimb. Body, a neck and tail are absent. Above the mouth, a pair of nostrils is present. Eye and bulge are covered by a nictitating membrane that protects them while in water. On either side of eyes, a membranous tip named ear receives sound signal. The forelimb and hind limb helps in swimming, walking, leaping, and burrowing. The hind limbs end in 5 digits and they are larger and muscular than forelimbs that end in 4 digits. Feet have webbed digits that help in swimming. Frog exhibits sexual dimorphism. Male frog can be distinguished by the presence of sound-producing vocal sac and also a copulatory pad on the first digit of the forelimb, which are absent in female frog. Now we move frog anatomy. 7.2.2 The body cavity of frog accommodate different organ systems such as digestive, circulatory, respiratory, nervous, excretory and reproductive system with well developed structure and function. Figure 7.2. The digestive system consists of alimentary canal and digestive gland. The alimentary canal is short because frogs are carnivorous and hence the length of intestine is reduced. The mouth opens into the buccal cavity that leads to the esophagus through pharynx. Esophagus is a short tube that opens into the stomach, which is turn continues at the intestine, rectum, and finally open outside by the cloaca. Liver secrete bile that is stored in the gallbladder. Pancreas, a digestive gland, produce pancreatic juice. This is the anatomy of frog. Containing digestive system, food is captured by the bilobe tongue. Digestion of food takes place by the action of HCl and gastric juice secreted from the wall of the stomach. Partially digested food called chyme is passed from stomach to the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. The duodenum receives bile from gallbladder and pancreatic juice from the pancreas through a common bile duct. Bile emulsifies fat and pancreas juice digest carbohydrate and protein. Final digestion takes place in the intestine. Digested food is absorbed by the numerous finger-like folds in the inner wall of intestine called villi and microvilli. The undigested solid waste moves into the rectum and passes out through cloaca. Frog respire on land and in water by two different methods. In water, a skin acts as aquatic respiratory organ, cutaneous respiration. Dissolved oxygen in water is extended through the skin by diffusion. On land, the buccal cavity, skin and lungs act as the respiratory organs. The respiration by lungs is called pulmonary respiration. The lungs are a pair of elongated, pink-colored, sac-like structure present in the upper part of trunk region, thorax. Air enters through the nostril into the buccal cavity and then to lungs. During estivation and hibernation, gaseous exchange takes place through a skin. The vascular system of frog is well developed close type. Frog have a lymphatic system also. The blood vascular system involves heart, blood vessel and blood. The lymphatic system consists of lymph channels and lymph nodes. Heart is a muscular structure situated in the upper part of the body cavity. It has three chambers, two arteria and one ventricle and is covered by a membrane called pericardium. A triangular structure called sinus venosus joins the right atrium. It receives blood through the major veins called vena cava. The ventricle opens into a sac-like conus arterius on the ventral side of the heart. The blood from the heart is carried to all parts of the body by the arteries, arterial system. The vein collect blood from different part of body to the heart and form to the venous system. A special venous connection between liver and intestine as well as the kidney and lower part of the body are present in frog. The former is called hepatic portal system and the latter is called renal portal system. The blood is composed of plasma and cell. The blood cell are RBC, red blood cell or erythrocyte, WBC, white blood cell or leukocyte, and platelet. RBC are nucleated and contain red color pigment, namely hemoglobin. The lymph is different from blood. It lacks few protein and RBC. The blood carries nutrient, gas, and water to the respective site during the circulation. The circulation of blood is achieved by the pumping action of the muscular heart. The elimination of nitrogenous waste is carried out by a well-developed excretory system. The excretory system consists of a pair of kidney, ureters, cloaca, and urinary bladder. These are compact, dark, red, and bean-like structure situated a little posterior in the body cavity on both sides of vertebral column. Each kidney is composed of several structural and functional units called uriniferous tubule or nephrons. Two ureters emerge from the kidney in the male frog. The ureter acts as urinogenital duct which opens into the cloaca. In female, the ureter and oviduct open separately in the cloaca. The thin-walled urinary bladder is present ventral to the rectum, which also open into the cloaca. The frog excrete urea and thus is ureotelic animals. Excretory waste are carried by blood into the kidney, where it is separated and excreted. The system for control and coordination is highly evolved in the frog. It includes both neural system and endocrine glands. The chemical coordination of various organs of the body is achieved by hormone which is secreted by the endocrine gland. The prominent endocrine glands found in frog are pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, spinal body, pancreatic, islets, and renal and gonads. The nervous system is organized into a central nervous system, brain and spinal cord, a peripheral nervous system, cranial and spinal nerve, and an autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. There are 10 pairs of cranial nerve arising from the brain. Brain is enclosed in a bony structure called brain box cranium. The brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain include olfactory lobes, paired cerebral hemisphere and unpaired diencephalon. The midbrain is characterized by a pair of optic lobes. Hindbrain consists of cerebellum and medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata passes out through the foramen magnum and continues into spinal cord, which is enclosed in the vertebral column. Frog has different type of sense organ, namely organ of touch, sensory papillae, taste, tasty bud, smell, nasal epithelium, vision, eyes, and hearing, tapetum with internal ears. Out of these, ear and eyes and internal ears are well organized structure, and rest are cellular aggregation around nerve endings. Eyes in the frog are a pair of spherical structures situated in the orbit in skull. These are simple eyes possessing only one until. External ear is absent in frog and only tapetum can be seen externally. The ear is an organ of hearing as well as balancing equilibrium. Frog have well organized male and female reproductive system. Male reproductive organ consist of a pair of Alois Aboy tests which are found adhered to the upper part of kidney by a double fold of peritoneum called mesochorium. Vasa efferentia are 10 to 12 in number that arise from testes. They enter the kidney on their side and open into Beder's canal. Finally, it communicates with the urinogenital duct that comes out of the kidney and open into the cloaca. The cloaca is a small median chamber that is used to pass fecal matter, urine and sperm to the exterior. The female reproductive organ include a pair of ovaries, figure 7.4. The ovaries are situated near kidney and there is no functional connection with kidney. A pair of oviduct arising from the ovaries opens into the cloaca separately. A mature female can lay 2500 to 3000 ova at a time. Fertilization is external and takes place in water. Development involves a larval stage called tadpole. Tadpole undergo metamorphosis to form the adult. Frogs are beneficial for mankind because they eat insects and protect the crop. Frogs maintain ecological balance because these serve as an important link of food chain and food web in the ecosystem. In some countries, the muscular leg of frogs are used as food by man. Summary: cell, tissue, organ, and organ system are split up the work in a way that ensure the survival of the body as a whole and exhibit division of labor. A tissue is defined as group of cell along with intercellular substance of performing one or more functions in the body. Epithelia are cell-like tissue lining of the body surface and its cavities. Duct and tube epithelia have one free surface facing a body fluid or the outside environment. They are cell and are structurally and functionally connected at junction. The Indian bullfrog Rena tigrina is the common frog found in India. Body is covered by skin. Mucous glands are present in the skin which is highly vascularized and help in respiration in water and on land. Body is divisible into head and trunk. A muscular tongue is present which is bilobed at the tip and is used to capturing the prey. The alimentary canal consists of esophagus, stomach, intestine and rectum which open into the cloaca. The main digestive glands are liver and pancreas. It can respire in water through a skin and through lungs on the land. Circulatory system is closed with single circulation. RBC are nucleated. Nervous system is organized into central, peripheral and autonomic. The organ of urogenital system are kidney and urogenital duct which open into the cloaca. The male reproductive organ is a pair of testes. The female reproductive organ is a pair of ovaries. A female lays 2500 to 3000 ova at a time. The fertilization and development are external. The egg hatch into tadpoles which metamorphism into frogs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.